talking to, is that the person who is in this property at 2170 East Jefferson? You're not answering my question.
I'm the beneficiary of Dwayne Davis right here. The beneficiary.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as the defendant in this particular matter.
I just did. I just told you I'm the beneficiary.
Are you even identifying yourself as Dwayne Davis Jr.?
No.
All right, guys. Today, we got a next-level sovereign citizen in court, and trust me, this one is wild. He's facing eviction because, shocker, he didn't pay his rent. But here's where it gets even worse. He also stole money from a COVID relief fund meant to help people pay rent back in 2020. Imagine defrauding a program designed to assist struggling families, then turning around and claiming the law doesn't apply to you. Now, I can't tell if he's a true sovereign citizen or just using this nonsense as a last-ditch effort to dodge eviction. Either way, things heat up fast and the judge is about to completely shut him down. Let's get into it.
LLC versus Dwayne Davis Jr. and all occupants at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, Mr. Davis at this time owes $6,706, court cost of $157. This is a subsequent hearing.
All right. Mr. Davis or Ms. Davis? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
Davis.
the beneficiary of Dwayne Davis right here. The beneficiary.
What is it?
Are you Dwayne? Are you Dwayne? Excuse me. Are you Dwayne Davis Jr.?
I'm the beneficiary owner right here.
Do you reside at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007?
Yes, the estate does assign there.
Do you reside in that property?
The beneficiary, yes.
The person I'm talking to, is that the person who is in this property at 2170 East Jefferson? You're not answering my question.
I don't fully understand it. Say it again.
All right. Okay. At this point, I don't see anyone who resides at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007. If you do reside there, please make the court aware of it.
Okay.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as the defendant in this particular matter.
I just did. I just told you I'm the beneficiary.
Your Honor,
of the name.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as a person in this property, he's attempting to try to act like he's a sovereign. This property is owned and is an apartment building. We're asking for a default judgment at this time. If he decides to pay it, that's great. If not, we'll be moving forward after time expires.
Before we proceed with this matter, can I ask the director, the beneficiary? I'm talking to the plaintiff, sir. My legal person, I'm showing you right here, a corporation. Can you write me in 21 days and provide me evidence that you have legal?
Your Honor, none of that is required by law in this court. I'm asking for a default judgment this time. Quit wasting the court's time. If he wants,
I am so over these sovereign citizens getting a free pass in court. How many times do judges have to sit there and listen to these people ramble about made-up laws before just shutting it down? We need more judges to step up, slam the gavel, and either put these guys in their place or reschedule their cases for in-person hearings. Because let's be real, they have no idea how to behave over Zoom. It's like handing a toddler an iPad and expecting them to file their own taxes. Ever since COVID, it feels like these sovereign citizens have multiplied overnight. Every other case now has someone screaming about how they don't consent to being arrested, and the audacity. Unbelievable. This guy literally owes $6,000 in unpaid rent. One of the scummiest things I've ever heard. Instead of facing reality, he's reading off a script like that's going to save him. It's honestly just embarrassing.
then we can proceed forward. At this time, playing these legal games is against.
I have a birth certificate right here.
Against the law. Two, we provide the court with a lease agreement. We provide the court with the ledger. We're asking for a default judgment.
The court is in receipt of a summons, a complaint, a demand for non-payment of rent, as well as a lease agreement.
The summons was never notarized.
Signed with Dwayne Davis Jr., as well as the proof of service. Mr. Davis, Dwayne Davis Jr., how How much is your monthly rent?
I want to say 900.
When's the last time you paid rent?
Long time. Siri paid my back balance, but Pasadena never put it to my account. So I consider Pasadena either took the money or what. I don't know what they did with it, but Siri definitely paid it. It's on the record. It's on my the record with the Siri. You can find it in their profile. But they're supposed to pay my back balance.
I don't know. I can't find it in my profile. So you qualify. Sarah paid. How much did Sarah pay?
They paid up to like September, but they didn't pay they're supposed to pay July, August, September, but Pasadena never put that to my account.
Your Honor, if it wasn't applied, my client didn't receive it. That is not our burden.
Okay.
It's his burden.
But that's in documents though that they were supposed to pay. I have it in documents.
Your Honor, I'm not going to sit up and argue all day, Your Honor. Bottom line is, the money is for his benefit. It is not for my client's benefit. Just like paying a mortgage payment. If I send a mortgage payment in, if it's not received, it's still on me. If you send a mortgage payment on my behalf and it's not received, it's still on the person who has the mortgage. He's the renter. It is his responsibility to have the money paid, or to whoever's paying on his behalf that we receive it. We have done everything we're supposed to do. The documentation speaks for itself. At this time, again, I'm requesting for either default judgment or judgment by hearing.
And then I'm talking to the plaintiff. Can you just write me and saying that you have authority as a public servant to me?
Your Honor, I am not writing. I'm not
Mr. Davis. This is a landlord-tenant court. This is summary proceedings. This is the second hearing, and you're afforded legal counsel. Legal counsel was available. They said that they could not assist you at this matter. Are you even identifying yourself as the one?
So, this sovereign citizen claims he's the beneficiary of his own self. Bro, that's not how anything works. That's like calling yourself your own boss, but still having to ask yourself for a raise. Make it make sense. These guys just throw around fancy words, hoping the judge gets confused enough to agree. But let's be real, that never happens. In actual law, a beneficiary is someone who receives something from a legal trust, not whatever nonsense this guy is trying to pull. At this point, he's basically handing the judge a golden ticket to toss his case out. What do you guys think? Should judges even waste time on people like this? Let's type it back in and see where this goes.
Okay, we are entering, the court has not received the call or answer from Dwayne Davis Jr. Does anyone on this Zoom reside at 2170 East Jefferson, number 1007? Is anyone present who lives in that property on this Zoom?
Your Honor, again, no one's responded, asking for my default judgment. We can submit it to the court before the end of the day, along with a full ledger.
Default judgment granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Please submit the paperwork. Call it, you're free to leave. Well, nobody identified themselves, so
It honestly blows my mind that sovereign citizens think they can outsmart judges and lawyers who've spent years studying the law, while their own legal knowledge comes from sketchy Facebook posts and YouTube conspiracy videos. Like, bro, waving around a piece of paper filled with fake legal jargon doesn't make you a legal genius. It just makes you look like a clown. And yet, they never learn. Courts have ruled over and over that sovereign citizen arguments are complete garbage. But these guys still march in like they found some magical loophole that's going to bring down the entire legal system. Newsflash, if your legal strategy only works in your imagination, it's not a legal strategy. It's just embarrassing. But seriously, what do you guys think? This dude literally stole money from the COVID relief fund and never paid it back. So yeah, he deserved to be evicted. Honestly, the judge should have just held him in contempt or forced him to appear in person, because dealing with sovereign citizens over Zoom never works. At this point, courts need a sovereign citizen bingo card just to get through these cases. But yeah, that's a wrap. If you love seeing legal train wrecks like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more courtroom drama. I truly appreciate you all watching. I post clips like this every day, so keep checking back for more.